Good day, you beautiful bunch of Fockers, and welcome to my world. It's time to learn about the newest edition of what we like to refer to as NDK coffee, nutrient dense keto. Now remember, if you're on a carnivore diet, you're also on a keto diet. All carnivore diets are keto. Keto just means that we want our body to burn fat for energy and produce ketones. So we like to start our day off with a big, healthy dose of good fats. That's what we're going to talk about today. I also want to give credit where credit is due. This is based on what most people refer to as bulletproof coffee. So I'll actually show you how to make the original bulletproof coffee, and then we build on that recipe to create NDK coffee, nutrient-dense keto. So first thing we have to have is some coffee. See, it's steaming. We already have some here. We brewed some, but the coffee is important. One of the factors we'll talk about with coffee is the sourcing and what we call mycotoxins. Coffee is known to have mycotoxins, and some people can really be negatively affected by that. All of us should probably work to avoid mycotoxins, but I can tell you I'm not really sensitive to them. If I'm exposed to them, I don't get a lot of symptoms. I really don't get any symptoms, but some people do. A lot of people say they can't really drink caffeine or coffee because they get really jittery and nervous and they feel anxious. That is not the caffeine. That is probably a reaction to the mycotoxins. So there are brands of coffee now that test for mold toxins, and they don't sell coffee if they exist. So I would encourage everybody to at least seek out and try a mold-free coffee and see if you notice a difference. Now, I don't notice any difference if I drink traditional coffee or one certified mold-free, but I choose to drink mold-free coffee because it's just better for us. So our brand currently is Four Sigmatic. Now, you know them for all of their mushroom products, and all of their coffees have mushrooms in them. They have different versions for different things because we have different mushrooms and different adaptogens. The mushrooms are adaptogens. Here we have Calm. This is the adaptogens here are to help lower your stress levels. So we do put that into a decaf coffee because as much as I like caffeine, you can lower your stress levels by either reducing or eliminating caffeine. So for some people, you might want to go with a caffeine-free coffee like Calm. I tend to focus more on brain power, especially during the week. Now, I might drink Calm on the weekends and get a break from caffeine and get those adaptogens. During the week, I like to focus on brain power. I need to think and I need to be clear. The adaptogens in this coffee help you think better, help your brain work better. Both of these coffees and all of Four Sigmatic coffees are certified mold and mycotoxin free. So once we brew our coffee, then we will make, I'll start off showing you how to make a traditional, the original bulletproof coffee recipe. So the point here is to, one, get really good fats in the morning and extend our overnight fast or our intermittent fast. Technically, we're breaking the fast because fat has calories. This is still a good way of fasting, in my opinion. So we could put in up to 2 tablespoons of butter. That would roughly be 1. I missed, and yes, I'm using my fingers. I'm gonna go for the full 2. I thrive on a lot of fat. So I'm gonna go with the full 2 tablespoons of grass-fed, grass-finished butter. There are so many brands on the market now, and they're so easy to find. We used to talk about Kerrygold all the time. There's grass-free, grass-fed, grass-finished butter all over the place now. Our next fat is the one that is really important, and we are very excited to now carry our own version of Mind Fuel, which is pure C8 MCT oil. The reason we use pure C8, not all MCT oils are pure C8, so you got to look to make sure it is. We use C8 for a reason, because we want to produce ketones, and nothing will produce ketones faster than C8. It's the whole point of it. It's a good fat. Your body processes this very different than other fats. It does not digest this fat. it goes directly to your liver and is converted to ketones. And I've measured this. It absolutely works. So I like 2 tablespoons. You could measure it, 2 tablespoons. I really don't need to. I've done this enough time, and I love the drip-free bottle, by the way. No runs, no drips, no errors. And I'm pretty good at 1, 2. That's 2 tablespoons. Love that bottle, by the way. That is the basic bulletproof coffee. You'll also hear it referred to as fatty coffee. That's the base for NDK coffee. The fat and the coffee go in first. We have learned that most people on a good paleo-based diet need some mineral supplementation, and it should be done every day. This is the easiest way to do it. This is one of our most popular products, Light Balance. It works extremely well. A serving of Light Balance a day is 2 caps. I kind of cheat a little bit on this one. I just use the cap, but I pour it over, and that's about 2 capfuls. You could measure 2 caps if you want. You can also put in 6 capfuls if you needed to. If you are getting muscle cramping, keep adding this until you stop getting muscle cramping. Next up, we have got our cinnamon. Cinnamon tastes good, and it's good for some blood sugar control. I do 3 taps, whatever that means. Then we have our final ingredient. Well, I'll tell you why I said the final ingredient, which is our vitamin DK drops. These are drops emulsified in fat. This is the best vitamin D product on the market. And vitamin D is what we're really after. We put in the vitamin K to balance it. You do need a balance of vitamin D and K to make it work properly. Both D and K need to be consumed with fat in order for your body to absorb them. Many people take vitamin D, K, A, and E, and they waste it all because they don't consume it with fat and your body won't absorb it. It's summertime, so I will use 1, 2, 3 drops. In the wintertime, I use 5. That comes from years of testing my vitamin D levels and knowing if I want to stay in the 80 to 100 range. In the wintertime, I need 5 drops. In the summertime, I need 2 or 3. And in the summertime, some days I'll just skip it, just once in a while. All right, now we have got to get to an optional ingredient. And I don't use this all the time. I am probably going to go back to using it for a while again because I have noticed some deficiencies. This is collagen. This is the way you'll see it in our store. We have vanilla flavored collagen. It's vanilla. We've got mocha flavored collagen, which is what I'm using today. And we have just plain if you don't want to change the taste of your coffee. I actually like the flavors. I would only use about a half a scoop. For me, this is kind of sweet, so a full scoop is too sweet for me. But I will put in a half a scoop of either mocha or vanilla. Collagen is just really good for our joints, our bones, our connective tissue. One of the reasons we need to supplement collagen is because of the way we tend to eat meat. We tend to skip the gristle. We cut all that funky stuff off. We don't want to eat it. It makes me crazy. I'm going to go off on a tangent here. Makes me crazy when I watch people eat chicken wings and they take 2 bites of the meat and then throw the bone on the plate. There's half the meat still left. And all those little crunchy bits at the end of each wing, that's collagen. That's good stuff for our bones. We don't eat that stuff anymore. And if you're not going to eat that stuff, then supplement. And supplement with a really good, clean brand of collagen, and we've got it. One other thing I want to go back to, the Mind Fuel, C8. Critically important. If I had to tell you what ingredient in this is the most important, it would be this one. Some people can't tolerate this. It's a digestive issue. The term is disaster pants. That'll kind of tell you. I would recommend everybody try it. If you try it the first time, I would start with a teaspoon. If you have a digestive reaction from a teaspoon, you're probably not going to use this product. If you don't, then start increasing the level until you get to your tablespoon or 2. I really prefer 2. And you should not have any digestive issues. I don't. I have none whatsoever. If you do, then you're going to use this, just coconut oil. Now, you want it to be virgin, unrefined. Those are the words you're looking for. Here's what you can almost always look at. Is it solid in the bottle? If it's solid, it's probably virgin and it's probably unrefined. If it is a clear liquid in a bottle, that's a processed coconut oil. I wouldn't use that. This is much better. All right, time to do a little blending. Now, I will tell you, do not try to stir this coffee. You have got to get some sort of mechanical blender. I tried using a little whisk and whipping as fast as I can. Doesn't work. You can buy the cheap little, I can't remember what they call them. They're cheap little whisk things for coffee. It'll work. I really like a boat motor. An immersion blender is the technical term for this. Just hit the button and blend it up. I like to give this a pretty good blend. You're gonna see a little bit of fat floating on the top of your coffee. I like to try to get as much of that fat incorporated in as I can. So give it a good blend. And then, of course, the best part is drinking the coffee itself. Cheers.